crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. It's the Philadelphia 76ers facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Harden out there with Young. Then it's Ingram. Then it's John Henson. And it's Harris in the 4 slot. And a look at John Henson, the Tar Heel product, very measured in his play. Never does much to hurt you when he's out on the floor.
John Henson's out there for 2 reasons. Rebound the basketball and be a rim protector. He uses those incredibly long arms to bother shooters. And as long as the perimeter defense is shuffling guys towards John Henson's way, it can have a huge effect on the ball game for the minutes he's in.
Paul gives to Valanciunas. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Valanciunas with a screen on Harden. Paul dishes to Valanciunas. They set the pick. Paul passes to Hollis Jefferson. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Quickness of Chris Paul dicing up the defense with his superb passing off the screen.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
That's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
In the corner, it's Ingram. And the 76ers get it back. Paul with the steal. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Makes it off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got 8 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key. And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
And Young kicks to Henson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Paul with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though.
Got an electric. Crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. It's the Philadelphia 76ers facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Tobias Harris is out there with Ingram. Then it's Harden.
Well, what you know about Paul, he sees everything as it develops. That time he hits the wide open man.
And it's Ingram missing.
I think a kick out is the better option. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
Paul passes to Dallas Jefferson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Three-point range from his days at Duke. Ingram shoots with range.
Here's Lee outside. That shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Harden draws the double. Back to Ingram. There's the three. Valanciunas grabs the board. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ingram wide open. Valanciunas grabs the board. And a wide open look for Lee. And again, no good by Golden State. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And that one's good. Ingram.
Ingram spotting up and showing that that touch made him the second overall pick in 2016.
There's the pick. Paul for three. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Hollis Jefferson. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing. And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
There's the dish to Valanciunas. The ball. To the middle. And he jams it with authority. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependent.
They set the pick. Inside. Shoots off the screen. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open? Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. Ingram with it. Kicks it out to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. The Warriors pull it in. Valanciunas has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Paul kicks to Rivers. Kicks it out to Paul. Picked by Lee. Paul passes to Hollis Jefferson. No good on that one.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Now the Warriors moving it up. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, that's why they're in front. The aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Ingram. Another miss by Philadelphia. Warriors leading by 4.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Courtney Lee. You were talking about the fits for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
To the paint. There's Hollis Jefferson.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, in just a few years, it's safe to say Steve Kerr is one of the most respected coaches in the NBA. That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
There's the pick. And it's Paul penetrating. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul. And for Kerr, rare is it to see someone jumping from the commentator booth into being one of the top coaches in the NBA.
Well, we all knew that Steve had a great mind for basketball, so it isn't surprising to see his success. It's just rare to see a coach have this much success so quickly. I mean, it seems like he's making coaching look easy.
And the shot is good.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again. again.
Drills it from outside. Ingram's got 14.
Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
It's Young on the wing. Three-pointer. That shot is off. And we'll be right back after this. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Philadelphia has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Lee. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Rivers in a shooting guard. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. Ingram dishes to Henson. Shoots the three. And it's Ingram missing. Warriors leading by 3. The shot by Lee. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Ingram kicks to Harden. No one near Henson as he lets it go. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 7th assist in the game. Hollis Jefferson. And Henson sends it back. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
So often there are some players who have one unstoppable move or something that they'll lean on if their team needs a basket. What did you feel your go-to move was when you were playing?
You know, I've said this many times. I just felt like my go-to move was just get a bucket. And so it depended on where I was on the floor. You know, I love the jump hook from the left block looking in, my 15-foot jumper, 17-foot jumper. I felt that if I came off a pick and roll and I caught the ball live, I could drive or I could shoot the jumper. That if you were a big fella, you were at my mercy. And so, you know, those were really my spots on the floor to really try to do damage. So, you know, it's just about the point guard, the team that you're playing with, where shooters are on the floor, in case you get double teamed, and just kind of knowing your game. And so I felt comfortable on many spots on the floor, and depending on what spot on the floor, time and possession, that's where I was going to go and just try to be successful.
I always felt you read well. You reacted well after your read.
Yeah, because, you know, I grew up on teams where coaches, you know, would want me to do the correct play, and just because you can shoot a jump hook, your favorite shot over 2 people, but if you have a wide open, great knockdown shooter in the corner, you're supposed to make that pass. And so that's what I mean about, you know, what's your favorite move? It really depends on where I was, because a lot of times it was to get my shot first, and then if I knew the defense was coming, it was to identify where that next guy was going to be. So if I didn't score, I was going to get the ball to the guy that was. And it was an easy way to kind of control the pace and the play from the game from that post position.
Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, man, I really enjoy seeing Harden connect from the interior, showing he's more than just a perimeter scorer.
The 76ers trail by 3. Young with no one around. Henson the pass to Young. Harden kicks to Ingram. Back to Harden. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Screen by Young. Another shot. Harden, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Powell kicks to Henderson. Back to Powell. Ingram comes with the double team. And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
You know, the Warriors, this team has one of the most potent offenses ever. Now, a big part of why that is so is because of their passing, their ball movement, their cutting. Everyone on this team can set someone up for an easy finish.
And with the Warriors, their ball movement, Chris, and cuts are the key to this offense, as you were talking about. You could see it the last few seasons with their astronomical assist numbers as a team.
Yeah, it seems like every basket they make, Kevin, come off an assist. I mean, every guy buys into looking for that extra pass. It's a very smart and flexible offense, and it results in some beautiful basketball.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And the Warriors miss again. The 76ers trail by 3. Payton again. It's Augustine. Noah the screen. Bellinelli for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
They're getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
.152 left to play here in the second quarter. And Augustine kicks it to Noah. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Labissiere, no good. The 76ers trailed by 3. It's taken away by Payton. The pass to Labissiere. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Labissiere's got his 3rd basket of the night. Augustine against Payton. Off the left rim and out. Warriors leading by 5. It's Powell on the wing. Goes back up. Out to Payton. He dishes it to Henderson. But they get it back. Misses the 3. To the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. .43 seconds left to play in the first half. Now Augustine, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot clock at 2. The 76ers with another miss. Warriors have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And stolen by Booker.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
No question. It's not easy to be patient, but you really don't want to give up an extra possession.
Back to Paul. On deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Paul's got 6 points.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots.
And so we conclude the first half. Warriors lead by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. And Philadelphia has possession, trailing here by 8. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. So on the floor for Philadelphia, DJ Augustine out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Noah. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Babbitt in at the 3 slot. And he's good on the 3 ball. Augustine's got the first basket of the third quarter for the 76ers. Paul passes to Hollis Jefferson. And stolen by Booker. Here's Augustine. Second shot opportunity. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
And the 76ers making a change here. Henson's checked in for Noah. Brandon Ingram comes in for Luke Kemp. Young's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's James Harden in for Augustine.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Harris is checked in for Trevor Booker. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Warriors making a change here. Labissiere's checked in.
Oh, Harden is so good at finishing these and ones. I mean, he is just a thorn in the D side.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.